Welcome to day 12 of the series 12 Days of Creating Christmas Edition. I'm Kristen. I'm the creator behind Simply Joy by Kristen, and I'm so glad you are here. Once upon a December 1st, an inspiration basket was gathered, and one by one, an inspiration piece was picked, starting with day 1 all the way to day 11. And then it was day 12, time to pick the last piece for the holiday season. Oh, what will it be but some beautiful vintage stamps ready to please? At the beginning, when I came up with this idea to do the 12 days of creating and having an inspiration basket, I asked Eddie if he would help contribute one of the pieces. And so we were out thrifting. I told him kind of some parameters. I didn't want anything huge because, the basket, but I actually really wanted it to be a surprise. However, when he found these, they were on the pricier side. Definitely something that I would not have thrifted. However, I had so much fun creating with them. So I'm so thankful that he chose them and I got to use them for this final piece in this series. First, I sorted the stamps by taking out the red and green, pulling out a canvas for my blank, and if you've already figured out that I'm going to end with one of my paper dolls, you are absolutely correct. I was looking for a background and I didn't want to use sheet music because I knew I was going to use that for her body, and then I remembered this really cool paper that was sent to me by my friend Pauline. Thanks, Pauline. I don't know what it is, but it was a perfect background. I also use some of Royce's decoupage paper. I think, was this the Christmas wallpaper? I used it earlier. I also pulled out the one with the birds. I had picked up these Santa letters, and it just was all coming together. Pulled out the Christmas Joy transfers by IOD, and I just was creating layers. And that's what you're going to notice when I create one of these pieces. I just love adding layers. From the beginning, she spoke to me, and she was going to have darker skin, and I definitely had Eddie give me his feedback on it, and I wanted to do this queen justice, I also used an oil pastel to give a little bit more dimension with her skin tone. I love how it came up. But yeah, she's beautiful. Well, she needs to stand out this holiday season, and nothing says that like gold, right? I somehow got this piece of gold tissue paper and like packaging at a store one time, and I've pulled it out numerous times, and I use a little at a time, except this time I used a bigger piece. But it's amazing how you can reuse packaging items. Like, if there's a pretty piece of tissue paper, set that aside. There's so many things that you can do with it. After I decided that her skirt was going to be gold, I wanted to decide what the top part of her dress was going to be. And originally I thought I was going to use red and green, but I liked the look of the green with the gold better. And so I picked out some of the green that I thought matched the decoupage paper, matched the gold, kind of went together. And I started creating an overlap all the way down. And I really, really like how this turned out. I knew that once I got the postage stamps, like he had picked it out, I was like, how can I use this? And then I knew I wanted to make a paper doll. It's just one of my favorite things to do. And so the theme of this piece was letters and postage and stamps and greetings. And once the creativity started flowing, it was more like rein it in, because I'm like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And so, yeah, we're just putting it together. I added a little bit of gold trim at the top of her dress. I don't know if you noticed, and I know I mentioned this before in a different video, but once upon a time, that was 3 cents a yard. Can you believe that? Oh. And I have to tell you that this German glass glitter is a fave. I was inspired by Debbie from Debbie's Design Diary. She was using German glitter in a project, and so I bought this 3-pack, and I've mainly been using white. This is the first time I pulled out gold, and I love the accents that it gave on this piece. So I'm going to do a few more finishing touches and I will show you the final reveal. But before I do that, let's go down memory lane of the 11 days I've already done. I would love to hear your favorites. I definitely have mine. I'm definitely a little biased, but they all have a really special place in my heart. It's really been such a joy to go on this series of 12 days of creating Christmas edition. Friend, it's time now to say farewell to the inspiration basket until next year. And who knows, maybe I'll pull it out for a spring edition. We'll just have to see what the new year brings. Speaking of the new year, my next video will be January 16th, and I cannot wait to see you in the new year. Friend, I hope you have the bestest of holidays, and thank you for all your love and support this past year. It has meant everything.